Dave Bjorkman and 1,000 Canadian citizens. UN State of Canada. 1917 West Royal Way Northwest. Edmonton, UB. T5S1T6. Phone 78071659001. June 7, 2021. Kareem Khan. International Criminal Court Prosecutor. Post Office Box 19519. 2,500 centimeters The Hague. The Netherlands. otp.informationdesk@icc-cpi.int. Fax +31 75 15 8555. Dear Kareem Khan, over the course of the last week, you have been alerted to the human rights violation in British Columbia, Canada. The specifics are the Constitution Act of Canada 1867 and the subsequent 1876 Indian Act. Today we the 1000 come to you today to request your handling of the clear genocide of First Peoples in Canada. We are requesting that the ICC takes over the human rights prosecution of Canadian politicians who are subject to the UNSC P5 from 1945 to present day. Many are calling on you to take on the Vatican, the United Kingdom, and the Queen/Monarch Elizabeth II. We the Canadian United Nations citizens attached to this letter wish to dispel the incorrect narratives being pushed on the ICC and your office. First, we understand the Vatican is not signatory to the UN. Second, we understand the UNSC P5 are the judge, jury, and executioner over all ICC investigations. Third, we understand the UNSC P5 are not to be investigated. Fourth, we understand the Queen since Ascension in 1952 has, and is not involved directly in the governance of Canada. The following is our legitimate claim for First Peoples and Canadian citizens. We signatory to this letter are asking the ICC to prosecute all politicians and elected/appointed officials from Canada, who at all points of time removed international binding world human rights from the First Peoples, all registered in Canada's Indian Act, and did commit genocide against them from all points of time till today. This specifically the residential school genocide of forced and abducted children by the Canadian government. These questions are to be the focus of our claim. Which Canadian division of powers, federal, provincial, and territorial powers, enacted, written, amended, passed, approved, and legislated laws that promoted clear genocide attached to residential schools in Canada? Federal acts/provincial and territorial bills. Who were those in Canada elected/appointed who paid and funded the clear genocide? How many children are there across Canada missing to this day? Which Canadian politicians voted and administered the human rights violations? At this time, we are asking the ICC to investigate and prosecute with the 100% cooperation of Pope Francis, the Catholic Church, and the UNSC P5 members directly attached to Canada's system. We want to be very clear and open with ICC and the UNSC P5. We are only interested in the guilty politicians directly involved in Canada's governance. We are not seeking the Church, UK State, UK Crown, or any Lieutenant Governors/Governor Generals pre-1952 King George VI. Under these clear conditions, ICC must act, and approval will likely be unanimous by the P5 UNSC. Today the allies from World War II can make history out to the world that they are just and will commit to the First Peoples and all Canadians. Thank you for your time. Sincerely, Dave Bjorkman. And the 1,000 plus Canadians signed on.